everyone. Today on ArtTalk, Dr. Andrew Shaw-Shotzi is going to take us through the importance of stopping.
Thank you, Madison. I have found with a lot of my students, and I had the same dilemma for quite a while, was knowing, when do I stop? When do I say I'm done with my painting? Uh, it would seem that, when it's exactly where I want it to be is the time to stop. But I'm not sure that's a realistic criterion to actually, because it always can be things that you can change, you can modify, you can move. And it creates this anxiety of, but what about this? What about that? And I'm going to regret if I don't do this or don't make that change. If there are changes that are very, very obvious, something that you is really bothers you, that's a good thing to change. But when I'm looking at it, I don't know, I'm thinking it could be, um, holding your painting open is you're going to stall. I have a few students, and one I know in particular has about 10 paintings on the go. They're all 98% done in her mind. To me, all 8 or 9 of them are excellent paintings that could easily stop right now. But she just feels there's something I can do to improve it. There's something I can do to improve it. I don't want to give up on that. I want to get to a point where I can see zero possibilities of improvement. And I think that's a place you'll never get. There's always some tweaking you can do. You can always touch this, touch that. And of course, one of the dangers of doing that is when I make a little modification, then all of a sudden something else looks a little different. And I have to modify that. It's kind of like people who trim their mustache. It's a little short on one side, then they cut that, and then, oh, now it's a little bit too long on the other side. I cut the next thing you know, you have no mustache. So being able to tolerate imperfection, um, and saying, I'm good to go. I'm done on this one. I can always do another one. I can even do the same subject matter. So I think the best criterion that I've ever heard for when to stop is when you like your painting and you accept its imperfection. It's part of a journey. It's part of an ongoing journey. I remember once hearing John Lennon interviewed of the Beatles, and he said when he reflected, there was only one song by the Beatles that he felt was completed. Um, Everybody else thought their songs were spectacular, but he just felt we could have done this, we could have done that, and you never kind of get there. I once had a professor tell me at university, you never really finish a paper, you abandon it. You get it to a point where it's good enough, where you like it, when you think it's good. That's the most important criteria. But if you're going for perfection, I can tweak this, I can tweak that, you will not complete your paintings, and you'll have a bunch of them unfinished, and it'll lead to a lot of frustration. So my advice is, once you like your painting, stop, accept its imperfection, don't continue to tweak. You might change your painting, but you probably won't really improve it.
Great. Thank you so much for that advice, and we'll see you all next week for a new talk.
Thanks, man.